Cheers.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you.
So Joe,
Yeah.
tell me what we're going to be making today.
So I'd love to make a memory box. My wife's pregnant, we're having a little boy, due in 8 weeks now, so not long. And I'd love to have a memory box for him, just something to collect stuff.
Okay, nice.
The newborn isn't our only child. So in July 2019, we actually had a stillborn, Jackson.
Sorry to hear that.
You know, they do kind of say like, you know, the smallest coffins are the heaviest to carry, and I can absolutely vouch for that.
Do you know what, now you've said that, Joe?
Yeah.
We've got some birch ply. Birch in the past has been used as a symbol, I suppose, for regrowth.
It's quite fitting, really. It's a nice addition to it, really, isn't it? Yeah, I love that idea. I think
It'd be nice to have something like that in there.
It's just as much of a story that can go behind this as possible is perfect, really.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
But I think Mick's gonna show us around because this is your gaff.
This is our shed, yeah, our little home from home.
Lead us to the chop saw then, Mick. We'll get started. You see it's on the line. Don't reach in, you know, until the blade's stopped.
Yeah.
I should have told you that first. Let's lay it out and see how it looks. This section is for the new baby.
Yeah.
And this is for
Jackson, yeah, and his memories, yeah.
It's part of the good thing about being in a workshop. It's sort of good for your brain because it stops you thinking about anything else.
So it's quite therapeutic, isn't it?
Next up, Joe, we're going to glue it together. I think it's probably the hardest thing I can imagine a person going through, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't think anyone ever thinks that they'll have to attend their own child's funeral. As soon as I met Jessica, we both knew how much we wanted a family. I think that's an absolute given.
Yeah.
That we knew that from day dot. So to have kind of gone through all of this is like it's been hard. It's one of those things where you feel the need to be strong for your partner, but sometimes you want someone to ask how you're doing. It was always, how's Jessica doing? How's Francesca doing?
Yeah.
How's she feeling? Sometimes you just kind of think, should I feel as upset as I am? Because no one's asking me how I'm doing. No one's asking, you know, no one's kind of offering me that same level of support. So you do bottle it up. That festers in your head, and it ultimately led to me kind of wanting to take my own life. Obviously, we didn't have Jackson at home. The wife went off to work and went out off into the peaks, basically. You know, if you fall off there, you won't survive, basically. Put it that way. That's how high it is. So that was the darkest day for me. That's the closest that I've ever come to feeling like my mental health was a physical person there, and then it's almost like I could feel this argument in my head of every reason I gave myself not to do it.
That's
very quickly followed by the reason why you should, and you know, I must have sat there for an hour and a half, stewing on it, and then kind of said to myself, right, well, just walk a little bit and see how you feel, whatever. Carried on with the walk, and before I knew it, I was kind of back at the car, and I think whatever it was that convinced me not to do it that day, I look back and I kind of thank it. That was the reality, I think, of bottling things up. Is that it got to that stage, and I think when a bloke says that they're not in a good place, support it, rather than there being a stigma of you shouldn't feel like that because you're a bloke. What does that even mean, you know what I mean?
It's getting there slowly.
Yeah, of course.
I think sometimes people are even worried about approaching to ask a man if they're all right as well. I think that's why places like this are good. You don't always have to be talking a lot, but even a little amount can sort of stop that sort of lock up, I think, of emotions. You sort of shut down, don't you?
There's plenty of sheds throughout the country. I think there's about 500 all over.
Is there really?
The shed has been a great help to me. What is great is companionship for me. I've got to meet a lot of people that I probably would never have met before. Initially, I had throat cancer. I was staying in the house all the time. I don't think I could have done it without them. You start chatting about one thing and it leads to another, and it leads to another.
You don't go straight in with
all your
feelings.
You don't go in and, what's your problem? No, what have you got? What have you got? You know, or anything like that. You just...
ease in there.
Ease in, you know, chatting about one thing and you start opening up.
I mean, at the end of the day, people need other people, don't they? Tell you what, I wish I lived a bit closer. I've been popping in myself.
Yeah, so.
I need a bit of workshop therapy.
Yeah.
All we're going to do now, Joe, is paint this box.
Paint it up.
We're going to put this rainbow on the top.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the rainbow? Because it's something I don't know a lot about.
So if the mothers experience a sort of baby loss, when they kind of have more children after that, it's classed as a rainbow baby. It's kind of almost like a miracle. It's kind of like a bit of good news out of what is a bad situation. It's got a real nice kind of symbol to it. You know, he will be a rainbow baby for us, so it's just got a nice story to it, really.
Central? Off-centre?
Yeah, central, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you a central?
It'll cause me mad if it's not centre.
Yeah, I know, that's what my dad's like. I quite like things that aren't perfect. I mean, I would say that.
I think it's quite fitting though, isn't it? Because I think that's sometimes the problem, is that people think you always have to be perfect, and it's impossible.
I mean, even today, do you think that it's been sort of quite good for your brain to do something else?
Massively, because it's something new to me. And I just think anything that, like you said, takes your mind away from something is good.
Can you pass me the varnish? And we've chose gloss. It's going to give that sort of shiny finish.
So how many coats would you put on?
We're going to put this first coat on, leave it for an hour, then put a second coat on.
I think Jess is going to absolutely love it. Yeah, it's definitely going to make her emotional, but it's a good emotion.
Happy days.
Good stuff.
Now we've got the workshop tidy up before we leave.
Brilliant. Yeah, and my taxi's here anyway, so I need to work.
Jess?
Yeah. I love it.
Sit down. So I decided to make a memory box.
That's amazing.
Like it?
Yeah, I love it.
And then obviously we went for a rainbow effect on the top, which is really badly done by me. It actually looks like the baby's done it, if I'm honest.
No, it's lovely.
But
no, that means so much though. Like, we can keep that though for
like it?
Jackson and new baby. I absolutely love it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think what it makes you realise is you're not alone. Like, ultimately, you come together with the same kind of common theme, which is that you haven't been having a great time, whether it's baby loss, whether it's throat cancer, whatever it is. It all contributes towards this kind of dark cloud that sometimes sits above you, and today's been that big help in kind of clearing that.